it's me, Allure Burns. Welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, jazz hands. Hello, welcome, I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry about the ambient noise in this room. There's multiple air conditioners going. I'm here in the studio where I teach, and in Houston, it's already hot outside, so these bad boys have to stay running. So hopefully you can hear me, and if not, then I will put some sort of information on the screen or scrap all of this and just do a voiceover. We'll see how it goes. Welcome. Today I'm just going to do a short video featuring some ways to either stretch or some yoga poses that you can do to help stretch and or strengthen your back. So we're looking at all three sections of the back. So basically up your spine you have the lower, the middle, and the upper, and the low is like your low back. The mid is through the mid back. It's pretty much like, if I were turned around, it's from kind of here to here, and then upper back is really just like the neck, the cervical spine. And we're just going to do some easy, common things that can help people in their back pain. I know it's one of the biggest questions I get is like, oh, my back hurts, what can I do, and how can I help it stop hurting so much in the future? So I have a setup here. I've just got a yoga mat and a folding chair. Some of this is going to be done standing, although you could sit for certainly a part of this. And then some we're going to use the chair as a prop. I'm not going to do anything on the floor because I know that if your back is hurting, getting up and down off the floor can be uncomfortable. So, and I'm filming, it's a whole situation because I'm in my studio. My phone is like attached to the wall, it's up kind of high. Sorry about the weird angle. We're doing the best we can in this situation. I just want to get this info out there because you asked me so much and I want to help you feel better. So we're just going to start with the posture of the body. So if you have a yoga mat, you can get it and stand at it. I'm going to step forward so you can see me. But for the feet, you're just going to stand with feet a comfortable distance apart. This is mountain pose. It's the basis of all the standing poses. It's a great transition between the poses. You want to come back to this often. And mountain pose, once we go through all the alignment, is a great way to stand in your regular life. If you're waiting in a line, especially at the grocery store, if you're standing around, this is a nice way to stand. It can help reduce the fatigue and strain on ankles and feet, help you kind of stand around longer. So feet a comfortable distance apart, pressing down evenly between all edges of the feet, balls of the feet, heels, outer edges, inner edges, all pressing down. And then pulling up on the legs like you were trying to be taller, but keeping the knees soft. Do not lock the knees. That is a recipe for falling over, for passing out. So keeping soft knees, but pulling up on the legs. Now checking in with your pelvis, you want a neutral pelvis. So one of the reasons that our low back can start to hurt, I'm just gonna turn so you can see, is our natural posture. So, hold on, can't see very well. So here, I tend to stand, I'm gonna exaggerate it, like this. My knees are locked, my butt is sticking out, my chest is like lifted up, my back is swayed. So, in mountain, unlock the knees, fix the tilt of the pelvis, bringing it in, and lengthen up. Now some people stand like this. Maybe this is more you. Pelvis is tilted this way, my shoulders are slumped forward, but my chest is concave. Again, I'm exaggerating. You probably don't stand like this, or maybe you do. So here we would bring the shoulders back, change the tilt of the pelvis, bringing it to neutral. Not overcorrecting, just bringing it in, lifting up through the legs. So that's our next step. Pressing through the feet, lengthening through the legs, find that neutral pelvis. And you know what? You may already have a neutral pelvis. Sometimes you have to kind of pop your pelvis back and forth, like exaggerating to see where it feels like your natural stance, and then finding that middle point, neutral pelvis. From there, lengthening up through the torso. Think of trying to get taller, broadening open across here. So the shoulders come back, not like a crazy amount, enough to get like a baby pinch between your shoulder blades, enough to feel like you're opening here. So if you do all those things, it's a huge checklist of alignment priorities for this pose. Once you get into it, feeling it, noticing what it feels like to stand in this posture with that alignment, over time, your body gets used to coming back to here, and you can pop back into it. Your muscle remembers. It's called muscle memory, right? So from mountain pose, first of all, just coming into mountain pose and coming into proper alignment can relieve some strain on your back. I know for me, if I'm feeling pain in my low back and I notice, oh, I've been standing like that, if I come into mountain, tucking my pelvis, bringing it back to neutral, it feels better immediately. Lifting and opening, really strong framework here, really strong posture can also help, because when you engage everything, all of a sudden your body has support. Your bones have the support of the muscles, your muscles have the support of the bones, everything is working together. So this is mountain pose. We're gonna come back to this in between everything that we do. All right, so wiggle it out. There's a lot of this also. So part of the reason people have back pain is muscles, part of it is posture. And so let's talk about how do you stretch those muscles. Now, I'm gonna talk about a few different things, and I advise you always, listen to your body. If you start to do something that I'm showing you and it hurts, like hurts, stop doing it. Don't do it. You never want pain. If it feels like, oh, this is a stretch, but like in a productive, good way, stick with it. Maybe ease up a tiny bit, but kind of stay there, see how it feels. If it starts to soften and get a little easier, hang out there, and as you're able, go into it more. If it's pain, like legit pain, come out of it. You never want that. There's never a time when you feel pain that I'm like, yeah, stick with it. Like never, ever. So we're gonna do a forward fold. We're gonna use the chair for this. Now for a forward fold, you could bring your hands over to the floor. If that's accessible for you, go for it. Throw your hands on the floor. If you want, you can use yoga blocks. I'm doing it on a chair because everybody has a chair in their home or their work, and it's a great place to start, and it's, especially if you're really tight, one of the best places you can start. Now please notice my setup. All 4 legs of the chair are on the mat. For safety, like I cannot tell you enough, always make sure, and I speak from experience, always make sure all 4 legs are on the mat. Because otherwise, if one is off, your chair could go and slip and fly across the room, and then you end up on the floor. I am the queen of falling over, so listen when I say, listen when I say all 4 legs on the mat. So for a forward fold, I just stand in front of the chair in mountain pose. And inhale, reaching up, stretching tall. Exhale, I'm gonna bend my knees just a little bit. Exhale over, hands come to the chair. So you can see my legs. Okay, so here, I'm gonna work on straightening my legs as straight as I can get them, and then seeing how low can I come down. Maybe this is where I stop. Maybe here I'm feeling a really big stretch of my legs and a releasing in the low back. Maybe I can bring them forward a little bit and come down a little lower. Maybe I can bring elbows down. Maybe I can reach down lower. If you have a rung down here on your chair, you could grab onto that, or you can bring hands to the chair leg. So wherever you can put your hands, we're gonna stay there. Legs working towards straight, letting shoulders drop down, just releasing forward. I have my head turned so I can talk to you, but you can keep your head down. Relaxing your neck so your head dangles. You might shift weight left and right. See how that feels. As you hold this, if you can feel yourself relaxing into it, work your arms lower. When you're ready to come up, place your hands on the chair seat, bend your knees, roll up. If you want, bring your hands to the body for a little support as you come up. If you come up and feel dizzy All you have to do is tuck your chin down, wait for it to pass, or if you're near a wall, if this is the wall, bring your forehead to the wall. Wait for it to pass. It's like the IMAX. Just wait a second and it'll pass. So that's a forward fold. The more you can do them, and then the longer you can stay down there, working either elbows down or hands lower, the better. It really pulls and lengthens the spine, and it can be really pain relieving and stress relieving for the low back. So once you come up, as many times as you want to do that, shake it out. We'll come to mountain pose. Finding your alignment, remembering the checklist from the feet up. It's all the things. Pressing evenly through the feet, lifting through the legs, soft knees, pelvis in neutral, lengthening through the body, opening across the chest, pressing shoulders back just a little, arms face front. So noticing your alignment, noticing how it feels in your body once you come up from that. And you can go in and out of forward fold as many times as you want. If the chair gets to be super easy and you think you'd like to bring hands to the floor, you can work on that, or hands to blocks. You can do that as well. One more thing in forward fold, if you're coming forward and you get down a certain amount and you feel like, oh, my belly is hitting my knees and I feel like I could go more, but it's not letting me, what you want to do is step your feet a little wider, keeping both feet on the mat, or both feet come off the mat. You never want one foot on and one foot off, because sliding, falling. So here, I've stepped wide, created space for my belly to go, and so I'll bend the knees, inhale up, bend the knees, coming over. As I come down, I just press my belly a little to the middle, letting it go in between the legs and come over. And you can find a lot more space here. So sometimes people feel like they can't touch their body, they can't move anything. Listen, in yoga and all of this, like, move that belly. Move it this way, like whatever. Move your thigh fat, move your arm fat, like whatever you need to do to get into the pose is great. Don't ever feel like you can't touch your body or that you shouldn't touch your body. It's just an adjustment so that you can get into the pose, you can be more comfortable, you can get more of a stretch, whatever. I grab my belly and move it all the time. So the next thing I want to show you also uses the chair, and it is a chair version of downward facing dog, which can be very nice and lengthening for the back. It can feel so good. This is great on a kitchen counter or bathroom, I mean really any counter. It's great on a grocery cart, as long as somebody's holding the cart so it doesn't move or it's pushed up against like the register, you know, the outside of the belt, or a wall or something. Anything where you have like a desk, something like that, or a chair. So I'm going to show you using a chair because that's what I have. Now it's also nice to do after a forward fold, so if you wanted to, you could create a little flow. So this is how close I was for the forward fold. For this, I'm going to step back a little bit. So now I'm about leg distance away. This angle is so funny. Look at my leg. It looks so small. It's all up here. Okay. All right, so here, I'm going to step just a little wider than my mountain pose, but I'm basically going to come to mountain pose with slightly wider legs. Really soft knees. Inhale up. Soft knees. Exhale. Just like before with our forward fold, but only this time we're farther away. Sorry, I'm wearing the wrong clothes for this. So coming over, hands to the chair seat, but now they're right here at the front of the seat. And so then I might decide to step my feet back a little more, and I'm shifting all my weight into my legs. So here I'm not holding myself with my hands. They're there for support. I'm holding myself with my legs. I'm shifting all my weight back. So my thighs, I'm pressing directly back, and then I'm lifting up through my hips and back. This really stretches through the spine. I can feel it in my mid back and my low back. You can stay here as long as you want. You might again shift your weight side to side. And then you can just lean into the hands, walk forward, come back into that forward fold. Bend through the knees, use your body. Coming up, shake it out. Mountain pose. My back's feeling pretty good. All right. So that is, most people's back pain is low back and mid back. Mostly people tell me low back. So those are two things that you can do, well actually three. So mountain pose to find that good standing alignment, forward fold, and down dog. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that for now. See how this helps y'all. Please comment, let me know. Did you try this out? How did it feel? Are there areas where you're getting pain that I haven't addressed? Let me know, I'll do another video about that. And if there's just other stuff that you want to see, other pains that you have, let me know. I will, at some point, get around to making a video for you and post it on YouTube. So thank you so much. Please comment, please like this video if you liked it, please subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Know that I love you and I really appreciate you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you so much to the supporters who make it possible to create this content. If you've enjoyed my videos, learned anything, been inspired, or just want to keep seeing more content, please show me some love and consider supporting me on Patreon or Ko-fi.com to make a one-time donation. Your support means everything to me. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, your presence, your engagement, and our community. All the links will be in the description box below.